What's good, what's good? My name is Kelechi, aka Kelechief. I need y'all to go on Boomplay and make sure you stream my album, Going Home. It's there right now. Peace.
I'll be your salvation. I'll be right here waiting for you. Nothing but passion.
I started in music. First I started writing poetry, and then after it was poetry, a small group of my friends were recording songs as like a joke. But then I was the one taking it way more seriously than everyone else, and then I was the one doing the recording and doing some of the producing. So once I saw that I was taking it more seriously than everyone else, I was like, okay, I need to stick with this. So here we go. Professionally, I would say I started music professionally probably 2015. I started music professionally. That was when I actually won this contest with this soda company. To win for, it was like you won the money to make an album. So from then, well actually it might be before that. It was in 2015 still, but before that I had really when I decided I was gonna stop going to school and pursue music full time. So that's when I really got into music 100%. When I realized I was gonna take music seriously, when there was a complication with my school fees this one time. And rather than go back, I just used that opportunity. I talked to my brother. My brother told me, hey, you know, like, you should dive into music 100%. Don't be halfway doing music, halfway doing school. If you do anything, do it 100%. So that's when I decided I would go ahead and make the full jump. I would describe my music as a fusion of like hip hop, Afro beats. So I say I'm 100% Atlanta, 100% Nigerian, 200%. That's really it. I combine like rap styles, like, you know, like Jay-Z, J. Cole, Kanye, you know, and then like different like Atlanta rappers as well. And I combine that with like Afrobeat sonics, the drums, maybe different African songs. I might rap on Alte, I might rap on Amapiano, just, you know, just putting both sides together. No, I grew up in Atlanta. This is actually my first time in Nigeria right now. I've always listened to Afro beats, like it just in my life, but I didn't take it as music for me to be making until 2019. In 2019, I went on tour on the 85 to Africa tour with Jidenna. So he took me on that tour, and I think at that time, African music went from something that I would do with like my parents. My parents would take me to different, if it's a wedding, if it's a party, we would go to different parties in the States. But I think that when I went on that tour, the music went from something I would do with my parents to something I would do with me and my friends and me and my homies. So I got to own the culture, I got to own the music for something I would do in my own life. So my favorite Afrobeats artists would be Black Bones, Amare, and Burna. What does my music say about me? I think my music mostly it just tells my story. My music, it tells my story not only through the sonics. Should I keep going? Okay. My music tells my story not only through the sonics, through the fact that I'm fusing hip hop and I'm fusing Afro beats, but it also tells my story through the lyrics. And even through my album Going Home really is telling my story. So if you listen to the album front to back, all the songs like really are autobiographical and it's all real true stories. It's always hard to bring a story down to, or bring an album down to the songs that make the story. I do record a lot, and I also produce a good amount of my music as well. So, you know, I always try to cut down to whatever is necessary to push the story without making the album too long. So that's really my biggest goal, is being concise. It's interesting, a lot of people doing the Jidenna Chief Talk interlude on Going Home. People, I played that for people and they thought that we were together doing that. We actually did that during the pandemic, so we recorded that one after the tour. We just got on Zoom real quick, we chatted, we got to catch up, see how the pandemic was for both of us, because we hadn't really talked since tour, not too much. We talked, but not like a whole lot. So it was interesting for us to be able to just like talk and bring us back to the types of conversations we would have on tour. You know, those are the kinds of things we would say to each other. So it was really cool to be able to do that. Bring people into our world of what we have going on. Honestly, I think the project's been out long enough for me to say that this project is a classic. If you really, really listen and you listen to the lyrics and you understand what I did with the production and the sonics and the layers that I intentionally put into this project, it's a classic. I can't even, no hype, no extra, it's just a classic.
So there's no Nigerian collaboration on this project. Any reason why?
So the album really tells the story of what was going on at that time. So Going Home talks about leaving to go on tour and going home. So other than with Jidenna, those conversations, the point of it was for it to be only real like family on the album. Like even Jidenna, that's my guy. He calls my mom auntie. You know, that's really my real friend. My little sister is on the album. My whole family's voice is on the album. My mom's voice is on the album. My dad's voice is on the album. So because the album is about home, I wanted to make sure only family was on the album. But on the next one, you know, you guys will get all the collaborations. Because I'm 200%, both are home, and even with this being the first time I'm being in Lagos, I almost had a little fear that I would feel out of place, but I really feel really embraced. Lagos really embraced me. So like, I don't know, I couldn't even pick one. Lagos is treating me like home, but Atlanta's always home. I got the A on the hat right now, so it's both. About Lagos, I really enjoy the hustle. Everyone's hustling, everyone's working. It makes you want to wake up early and get to your day. About Lagos, I really, in a strange way, I enjoy the stress, because everyone has their own, you know, stress and their own thing that they're trying to do. I think that the stress almost makes you, the stress of Lagos almost makes you relaxed. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's that you know so many things are out of your control that it's just like, well, what will you do? So I enjoy the hustle, the stress, and of course this is the most creative city in the world right now. All the best music in the whole world is coming out of Lagos, so. Whew. What do I enjoy eating in Nigeria? Everything. I've had everything since I've been here. Egusi, I just had suya. I have a suya craving right now I have to fill. You know, I went to my auntie's house. I had goat head the other day. Of course, jollof. Of course, you know, we had everything. We had Gary, not Gary. What did we have the other day? Was it Gary? We had Gary the other day. Man, everything is good. Everything's so good. I think the hardest part, you know what the hardest part for me is? The hardest part for my career is consistently being on social media. Like, I'm not really a social media guy naturally. And I want to stop saying that so that I stop being in that habit. You know, because I realize the fans, they want to see you, they want to see me, they want to see what I'm doing all the time. So like, keeping that in my head that I need to do a recap at the end of the day. And whatever we did, I have to make sure I show the fans what we're doing. That's challenging for me, but the more that I do it, the more it becomes a habit, the more it becomes fun. Man, on top of telling my own story, the most important thing for me to do with music is just to make my family proud, really. I want to be able to, like, you know, just have they're already proud, but like, to me, I haven't really done enough. Like, I want them to be able to see me on big platforms, to be able to show off, to be like, that's my cousin, that's my son, that's my brother, that's my guy. You know, that's really what I really crave. I love making my family proud with music. My creative process is different every time, but there's also some consistency. So the reason it's different every time is because it's inspired by life, and life is different every day. So, you know, a lot of times it'll be like things people say in conversations, they don't even realize how poetic they're being or how lyrical people are when they just talk. So somebody might say something to me and I'll just be like, I'll put that in the song. You know, like we might be talking and I'll put it in the song. And then, like, since I record and I produce, if I make the beat, I might sit with the beat and I'll live with the beat for days. If I'm riding the train, I have the beat in my headphones, I just live with it. So I'll listen to it all day at the studio, I'll listen to it at the house, and then I'll just be coming up with lyrics. And then by the time it's time to record, I just hit record, I mumble the melody, I get on my phone, I write, I put the lyrics in, and then I mix it too. So then I go ahead and I mix it top to bottom, and then it's done. Yeah, I'm working on some songs. Even at the spot we're at right now, I have my mobile studio set up, so I'm always ready to make music all the time. The next 12 months, so my musical plans for the next 12 months are to make sure we keep pushing going home, and then my next project is called At Lagos, so it's a combination of Atlanta sounds and Lagos sounds, and I'm also here making sure I'm working with as many artists as possible. Shout out to Zamora, we're gonna get some work in. Shout out to Amare, even though she's not a Nigerian, she's in Nigeria a lot. We've adopted her, so she's Amarachi. Shout out to all the artists that we're working with, so it's gonna be great. At Lagos is what's next. December 4th is my homecoming show. It's at Ultima Studios. It's 5K Naira. If you have 5K in your pocket, you can get in the door. Honestly, if you have 10K, just come with your best friend. It's gonna be a good time. We've got like great artists from Nigeria who are gonna be opening, of course. And you know, this is my first show in the States, and it's really celebrating my first time in the States. This is my first show in Nigeria, and it's really just celebrating coming to Nigeria, being a part of this like creative community that's blowing up across the whole world. So that's what's going on. So other than me, we got Hot Ice is gonna be performing, Panda Monet, Job Blend, Bout Mo, and then Ezawine, my little sister, is gonna also be coming through to hit the stage with me as well. Man, if I was speaking to a younger version of me, I feel like this is also kind of, it's kind of cliche, but I would just say keep going and keep doing what you're doing. I was even, the other day, I was just thinking of everything going on. I started making music on my family computer with, you know, $30 software and a $40 microphone, just, you know, for fun. So, and it turned into this whole career. It turned into me traveling to different countries, going home, you know, meeting so many people and forging all these relationships. So like, at this point I'm at right now, there's honestly, and nothing I would really change. The only thing I would say is save your money. My first job, the first job I ever had was Little Caesars. Little Caesars is a pizza spot in the States. It's like, they sell ready pizzas. So they have pizzas and you just sell them for $5. First time I was on TV. First time I was on TV, there's this festival in Atlanta called A3C, and they did like, the news covered it, and I was performing, so my face was on TV for a few seconds there. First show I performed in, I actually booked this show myself. The first show I ever performed in was in, there's this venue called Swayze's, and I just booked the show and I invited my friends, and I think like 10, 20 people came, but it was good. The first song I ever recorded was, this might be a long story, but it's, me and my friends started, you know Super Mario? So we wanted to make a joke song about being Super Mario characters. So everyone was different characters. And I was Luigi, but difference is everyone else was rapping about the video game, but I was just rapping like I was a rapper. So I was just rapping about doing shows and getting money and getting girls. Yeah, that's it. Who was my first celebrity crush? It probably would have been Brandy. It probably would have been Brandy. That's the first one I saw that I was like, ooh, I like her. This girlfriend. I don't have any exes. I only have a girlfriend now. That's the only girlfriend I've ever had. First thing I do when I get home, I walk in the door. I usually sit down and I just, and I try to breathe the day off of me. First thing I do when I wake up, this is a bad habit, but I check my phone and I catch up on whatever I've missed, because usually in my management WhatsApp, there's something I need to be doing. So 3 words to describe Kelechi would be, 200%, can I curse? Nigga.